Hi, everybody. My name is Steven Singer, and this is my final presentation on our IMC project. I chose a actual company that a friend of mine owns. It's a startup company for home security systems. So I'm going to roll through the executive summary on here. Hold me just a second while I share the screen here. I've got some other pictures I'm going to bring up as well as we're going through it. This is my executive or my final paper. This is the executive summary. States that H&N Security is a home security installation startup. It's in Lafayette County, Missouri, which is where I'm located. Since they're a startup, they have there's no public knowledge. There's no awareness of their company. So they asked me if I would help them out with marketing because I'm a communications major. And I said, sure, because this will work great for some of my projects for this two different classes for the semester. So essentially, since they're a startup, they've not made a name for themselves. And the Marcom plan is to inform residents of the existence of the company. Now, it's a new company. There's no other home security companies based in Lafayette County. So I'm hoping through a combination of online and traditional media, we should be able to establish a successful company in the area. Did some market research. Shows that there's very little competition in the county, and there's actually quite a few opportunities to expand across the county. Now, for my target analysis, I went to the U.S. Bureau of Statistics and brought up the population of Lafayette County, which is just over 33,000, and over 21,000 of these are people who are 18 years of age and older. We went with 18 years of age because it's a good chance they're going to be the people who are homeowners. In the county, there's 14,659 housing units, and the owner-occupied units are 74,000 or 74.1%. Total businesses, because they're also looking to install cameras in businesses, the establishments that have employees are 692, and there are 2,327 businesses that do not have employees. These would be shop people, mom and pop stores who just work it themselves, or at-home businesses, whereas the employee establishments would be like Casey's, Pizza Hut, McDonald's, Walmart, places like that. For their situation analysis, they've got some weaknesses. They've got some strengths as well. According to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, security and safety are their second most important to people, and that's just above the baseline of needing food, shelter, water, the basic things you need to sustain life. Part of that safety and security is knowing that your home is going to be secured. According to the U.S. Bureau of Statistics, most of the mean travel time for Lafayette County residents to and from home or to and from work is 24.8 minutes, and that means there's a significant amount of difference or of time that they have to travel. That's a lot of time their home is going to be possibly left alone. So there's a good chance that these people are going to feel more secure, more safe, if they know they have a home security system in their house. For potential customers, we're looking at homeowners and businesses who want a security system that they can monitor for potential thefts and break-ins, but they don't need the around-the-clock monitoring that's offered by a company like ADT. ADT is one of two competitors in the county, and I'm sorry, that would be my daughter's cat thinking she needs attention. And she's now playing with scissors. She'll learn. But I'll get into that here when we do the SWOT analysis. Hopefully these customers are wanting more complex systems. H&N is offering two different types of systems. One of them is just a basic closed circuit TV. The other one is more complex. It has movable cameras. They'll record to cloud storage or a hard drive, and they're also working on developing an app that's now in beta testing so that you can control it remotely through your phone or tablet. Now for the SWOT analysis, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit here. They've got, for strengths, there's workforce, they have their proprietary software, levels of service, Weakness, they have a lack of cash flow. It's a big problem for them. They also have a lack of business knowledge, and they have very limited advertising. Until I started helping them out, they pretty much were just going to hand out business cards and hope that word of mouth spread the information for them. For opportunities, they've got a good opportunity for growth because there's limited competition in the area. The county also has, several of the cities in the county have a buy local campaign that's run through a lot of the Chamber of Commerce. They also have family name recognition. Two big threats that they offer. One, or they're facing, they have a national competitor, which is ADT. I think ADT covers, pretty much the entire nation. Luckily, they can't do quite as much in Lafayette County as they can larger areas. And then another threat they're going to be is constant updating their apps. Computers and our phones, tablets, they all update. The operating system updates all the time. So that is going to be one of the problems they have to face, is they're going to have to stay on top of making sure that their IT guy, networking guy, stays on top of the programming. For their strength, Dylan Neville is the owner of the company, or one of the two owners. He works full-time at it. The other company, or the other owner, Sean, he's a student. He's working part-time. They've got 3 part-time employees now. They did just have 2 when we started this. They're now up to 3. They added a general laborer. They've also got a computer programmer that's working on their program and app, and they've hired a home remodeler who will help them out on installs. Both these guys have got several years experience. And also, they're offering different levels of service. One of them is tailored to meet what the customer needs. They're not going to offer the fee-based 24/7 monitoring like ADT does, but all the monitoring can be done through the homeowner via remote viewing, email, text alerts, and the free phone app. The biggest problem they're going to encounter, or that they have, the biggest problem that ADT is going to encounter, is most of their their systems are not set to operate with 4G or 3G cellular internet service, or with slow speed DSL. Lafayette County, even though it just sits outside the KC metro area, a good sized chunk of the county operates on very slow DSL if you're outside of town. While you're inside of town, Odessa is the only one that has extremely fast internet through Xfinity. One of their biggest problems is cash flow. They did not try to get a SBA loan because they're afraid they're going to default on the loan, and they don't plan on seeking any loans. They're trying to self-finance themselves through personal savings and credit cards. So far, any profits that they've made have been used to pay overhead for the new businesses they opened, or the new office they opened, and for the employee salaries. Another weakness they have is they don't have any business or managerial experience or training. Currently, it's not a problem for them, but it may become an issue if they get to be a little bit bigger, or if issue problems come up. This would be my daughter's cat, who wants attention until she realizes she's being streamed on the internet. Apparently she wants down now. They also have extremely limited advertising. Like I said, they printed out some business cards and did an informational flyer, but they've just started a Facebook page recently. They've published it, unpublished it, changed it. I put together a website for them that will link to the Facebook page, and the Facebook page will link to the website also. Now, there are opportunities. There is some opportunity for growth. Like I said, the competing companies require 4G service, a landline, which is an expense that they won't need, the homeowner won't need if they use H&N's program, because H&N's software guy is designing it to work with DSL with slower internet speeds. They got the benefit of the Buy Local campaign for the companies, for the homeowner or Chamber of Commerce, which they've joined 2 of the Chambers of Commerce here recently. They have some family name recognition. Sean's father owns a body shop in one of the towns here, and everybody knows him. He's the biggest body shop repair guy in the county. Dylan, the other one, his mother is actively involved in the Historical Society in the city of Lexington, which was the site of 2 Civil War battles. One of them was really large. It was called the Battle of the Hemp Bales. So she's a big shot with the Historic Society. So there is some name recognition that they can work on. ADT, like I said, it's the biggest threat to their company. It's a national-wide company, and it has the security of being a recognizable and reliable name. They require a landline, which is easy for people to achieve, but if they go with H&N, they won't necessarily need the landline. They'll just need the DSL line. Xfinity, which is part of Comcast Cable, they've got a real strong presence in Odessa because they're the only high-speed internet company in the county, and they offer up to Google Fiber speeds. So they offer a package of a home security package also, but you have to subscribe to at least one or two of their other packages, one of those being the high-speed internet. I'm sorry, my phone is thinking I'm talking to it. Now, the problems they're going to be facing, another problem is, like I said, with the updates. They have to keep on top of the Android and Apple updates. Like Apple just released the new version, and they haven't even really started on getting the new iOS 11. Even they're just now trying to get that figured out, or have just got that figured out, so that they're in beta testing with their apps, well, with their app for phones. For position and messaging strategy, they're really kind of limited. Actually, they are limited because they have just started out. They have no idea how to market their services. They assume that word of mouth and handing out business cards are going to be good enough. Dylan's grandfather owned a mechanic shop garage for years and years, and he built his business on word of mouth. Dylan assumes, that's how Grandpa did it. That's how I'm going to do it, and that's not going to work for them. They're having a real big difficulty, real big problem with people being aware that they're around. They've also just opened a new physical location, moving out of their garage, and they've joined the Chamber of Commerce Association for Higginsville and for Odessa. Higginsville is where they're located at. Odessa is the largest city in the county. And now that I finally have got them to see the need for paid advertising, they're incorporating into their budget when they make bids to add $200 to each bid that will go strictly towards advertising. Beforehand, I couldn't get them to put in any money at all, and they've seen as we've gone on through the semester that they're going to have to pay for advertising. Trying to do it strictly free or incredibly cheap is not going to work for them. Of the 6 messaging strategy you can use, they are going with the USP, which is the unique selling position. That is that they have something that nobody else can offer in the area. Their unique position is that they're the only one in the county that operates on existing slower DSL speeds, and their software program, everything is designed to specifically work at that lower speed. That's something that nobody else can get. The majority of the county can't get a home security system through ADT or Xfinity because they don't have fast enough internet. Let's see, media strategy plan. They're going to be targeting ads using Facebook throughout Lafayette County. You can select potential audiences by demographics, and what I did here was, as we get to it, I'll zoom in a little bit here on it again. If you look over here, you can see potential reach of 50,000 people, estimated daily reach of 1,100 to 2,100, and that's just going with a 25-mile radius out of Higginsville. There's several different ways you can actually use the Facebook ads app. I could actually go through and select to add by zip code or by city for an example for them and for this project. And for just starting out, I just showed them what 25-mile radius from the center of Higginsville will get them. Another good thing they're doing is with the building that they're buying or renting, it comes with a office area, and then there's like a storage room. They've decided they're going to set up an interactive display room with several of different cameras and systems that they're going to be installing. This way, the customers can come in and actually see what it's going to look like, see what the cameras are going to look like installed on the walls or the ceiling, actually see what the program itself is going to be like, how it records, how simple it is to use. And Sean is one of the owners. It's kind of I like him. He's a really good, what I call a mad scientist, computer nerd, techno nerd. And he bought a 360 camera for his phone. So he is going to do a 360-degree recording of the display room and put that up on their website or on their Facebook page. And this will give people a chance they can actually see, kind of what it's going to look like. They're also going to offer people a discount that will let them a $50 discount if they'll let them record the installation and some of the house, so you can see what you can see with the camera. And they're hoping that people may find it risky, or thinking people may find it risky if they're recording their house, but the $50 discount may give the people a little bit of encouragement to go ahead and do it. They're also going to be doing the good old-fashioned thing, which is canvassing neighborhoods, knocking on doors, meeting with homeowners, going in and talking to business owners. They're handing out business cards and flyers. I really recommended that they not do this. However, the face-to-face contact, meeting the actual person, gives them a little bit more interaction, a little more connection to the people, makes it a little more personal. They're also sending out a flyer because they're doing a grand opening for their new office. It's going to be January 6th. I've put together a flyer for that, and let me bring that up here. Now, this is just a little bit darker than what is actually when it's printed out. You can read it a little bit better. And this says, season's greetings from H&N Security. And it's telling everybody that they're a new security company, and that it's, designed, their idea is to fit what the customer needs, what they want, and do it within a budget. And they're going into how it's the different systems they can have, from closed camera to a fully functional top-of-the-line system, and that they have a mobile app for Android and Apple devices. Now, their grand opening is going to be at the new business located in Higginsville on January the 6th from 1 to 6 p.m. So they're telling people stop in, and to get people to come in, they're offering door prizes. They're going to start with the door prizes at 1:30, and as you come in, they'll have you put your name on a card, drop it in the bucket. Every 30 minutes from 1:30 to 6, they're going to draw out the business cards or the card, and whoever's name is on there wins the prize. So far, they've got like a $25 gift certificate to Casey's for like pizza or gas or whatever. They've got the ice cream shop. It's located in Lexington, has donated a $25 gift card, and they've got a movie package night set up for the movie theater that's located in Lexington also. And they're also going to have hot dogs, chips, drinks, and cookies. I volunteered to come in and do the grilling for them while they're busy with the customers. That way they've got a chance to interact with customers, and I'm there just, to cook the hot dogs and hand them out to everybody. And then here at the bottom, I made sure that it has Dylan's name, his phone number, and then the website that they're using. Right now, we're using a free website called Wix, W-I-X. That's what very easy to use, very inexpensive, very simple, but it looks very professional, looks very good. And, all right. Now here we'll go through the consumer buying process for integration. There's 6 steps to this. Problem recognition. The customer has to see that there's a problem, that they need the security system. They could hear about somebody being burglarized, they could be burglarized themselves. But this is letting potential customers know that there is a local security company. When they move into the information search, H&N being local, talking to people, they're going to be the ones that have hopefully brought to their attention that they may want to look into a security company. They're going to refer them to their website, which as soon is going to have pictures posted of the jobs, and they've also started a blog, so they can just put out information about crimes that are occurring and different things that the company is doing, different things the company's offering, different systems. This is where they will run into a little bit of problem, is checking into other alternatives. If they are somebody that's in the service area for Xfinity or ADT, they're going to have some competition there. I've told the guys to put together a fact sheet comparing H&N to ADT and Xfinity. It's taken a lot of research though, because that's not something that the companies just put out. Most of it, because if you go in to bid a job, it's going to be different depending on the house. So we're trying to see what we can find as far as what it costs for the installation and the service. So far, we found what the services cost. The installation is a little bit harder to track that information down. Guiding them through the purchase decision, H&N's doing this primarily as they're going to do a walkthrough for the customers, let them know what system is best for them, what they think that would work best for them, what the client's expectations are, and then post-purchase evaluation. That's very important because it's what keeps the client happy. H&N is going to make sure they do a final walkthrough with the client. They're going to point out what they've done, have the client look for anything that they're not happy with, if something doesn't look right, if something's not cleaned up, after, because this is going to be drilling holes and cutting holes and running cables through the house. They're also offering tech support free for 1 year, or I should say for the repair for the length of the equipment. If any of the equipment goes bad while it's still under warranty, H&N will come in free of charge, replace that equipment. That doesn't include accidental damage like flooding, electrical fire, tree falling on the house, a mouse chewing through the cord, the kids spray painting it or shooting it with their airsoft rifle and damaging the camera, something like that. Sales promotion is something that H&N is really going to struggle with. They don't sell a product. They're selling an installation and a service. So it's not like they can say, okay, we're going to do a 50% off sale. What they are going to do is they've got a referral bonus in mind. When they are finished with the job, when they're done with the final walkthrough, they're going to give the customer 5 business cards with the customer's name on the back and their signature. They give those to a friend or family member. Those people get an installation. H&N is going to mail the original person who did the referral, the referring customer, going to mail them a $50 or $25 gift certificate, prepaid Visa gift card, so that they can just spend it on whatever they want. And then again, like I had mentioned earlier, they're going to knock $50 off the cost of an install, depending on if that's a house they want to put on or a business they want to put on their website. They're going to offer them. They'll say, hey, if you let us record this, take some pictures, put it up on our website, our Facebook page, we'll knock $50 off the bid. So that'll give a chance for people to really see what the company can do or what the company has done. Public relations, another challenge for H&N. Public relations a lot of times will require money. Like I showed in the SWOT, they're really short on cash. They do not have a good cash flow right now because they're just starting out. However, they did adopt 2 families, one of the Christmas Tree, Christmas Angel adoption programs. The owners paid for it out of pocket, but they did it in the name of the company. So that was something I thought was really cool, and I hadn't even thought of that. They came up with that on themselves, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to throw that in my presentation. We did finally get some information, some stuff worked out on the budget. Like I said, these guys have they've changed their mind constantly on what they want to do, how they want to do things, who they want to approach. They decided that they're going to target businesses and upper middle income and higher to begin with, because those people, in theory, would have more disposable income. But I did finally get them convinced to put $200 on the bid just for budgeting purposes. That way, I know what I'm working with. They know what I'm working with. I'm doing all this for free. I told them once the project's done, I'll stick around, help them out. Maybe we can work out some sort of deal as far as me getting payment on this, because I'm also helping them out as being a business advisor. But the Facebook ads are going to be the most expensive ones. 1 month we'll run them $1,050 at the minimum $5 Facebook charge. And annually, as you can see here, they're looking at $3,150. Now, they've done their business cards, the cost of joining the 2 Chamber of Commerce. I don't know what that was. Hold on a moment, folks. Okay. We lost something. Let me try that again. No, I don't want to say that. Let me bring that back up. Scroll back down here. Oh, there we go. The cost of the Chamber of Commerce for joining the two Chamber of Commerce. I figure this up as what they're looking at as a one-time cost, and then what it would cost them total annually. The business cards, Sean and Dylan each get the ones with their own name on it. And it's like the two packages together for $250, $390 or $32.98, a total of $132 roughly a year is what they're planning on spending. They threw in this $250 miscellaneous, so if something comes up like they did with the angel, the Christmas tree angel families, they can just go ahead and add that on also, just so they've got it in the budget. And then they figure $150 a year for paper and ink for printing out various flyers, handing them out. If there are any at the Chamber of Commerce functions, they'll have business cards and flyers there for people. So we're figuring annually just shy of $4,000 for budgeting for advertising. If they do two jobs a month, that's $400 a month, $4,800 a year. They should be pretty good set for what they're trying to meet or for their goals. I'm sorry, my daughter's cat's needing more attention again. Here I broke it down in a pie chart. As you can see, the big blue section takes up almost 75% of their budget. That is the Facebook ads. We're putting most of the money in the Facebook ads because I've convinced them that will get their information out to the most people. So we're really hoping that pays off. Then again, the business cards, the cost of the two Chamber of Commerce, the miscellaneous, it's a little bit big, but it gives them money. So when something comes up, we don't have to sit and wait and go, oh, I wish we had money to go do that. And then $150 here for the cost of the flyers. The reason that Facebook is getting so much exposure, as you can see right here where I highlighted, Facebook targeting ads, let's just really get information out to the target people, which are homeowners. And again, these figures are all flexible. The company can kind of change what they want as they do it. They've also just decided, maybe we'll order like some pins and keychains and other small things, coffee cups, mouse pads, something like that with the company name and logo on it. There's just something they can give away to customers or people that come into the store, and it kind of will spread the information about the company. Or even if it doesn't spread it, the people that come in, they'll look at the mouse pad or the cup and they'll stop and think, and maybe for a minute remember, hey, that's that company. I ought to give them a call and see what they can do for me. Going back again to the Facebook for communication effectiveness, Facebook's ads are really easy to track. I mean, Facebook does all the work for you. They've got what they call cross-publisher reporting. So it will check across all publishers, devices, applications, and browsers. And that's for Facebook Messenger, Instagram, Facebook, and Facebook Business. They're going to pretty much just stick to just Facebook on the computer and on the mobile app. Frequency set for once for every 7 days, which means that no Facebook user should see the ad more than once a week. And according to what we learned in the textbook, exposure needs to be 3 to 10 times a week in a 4-week period. So seeing it once a week, that's going to put them right at the bottom range of that acceptable 3 to 10 views. For the website tracking, we're going to include that also. The computer guy is somewhat familiar with search engine optimization, and he knows a little bit about Google Analytics, so he's going to get involved in that and see where it's at, where the website's at, people that are coming to see their website, what they're doing, whether they're clicking through it. They're wanting to flood the market with flyers and business cards. I told them it's really inefficient because they're just basically just going to hand them out. If you're a person and they're talking to you, they're going to want to give you a flyer or give you a card. I can't convince them not to do it, but they are the owners. They are ultimately going to do what they want to do. So I suggested that as calls and emails come in, that they ask people how they heard about the company, and this will allow them to track all of that. Oh, that is not the correct one that I opened. I'm sorry. That is not what I wanted to open. Let's go back in here and double check. Oh man, I lost the last half of my paper. God damn it. Well, let me jump back over here. Well, we did put up a website. Like I said, it was through Wix, and it's free. It's put together. It's very easy to do. You pretty much pick what you want, and it'll put everything in there for you. We'll reduce it down here so we can get a better look at it. Here we've got H&N Security with Dylan's name and information. As you scroll down, it's got the About Them section, the contacts information, their information, phone number, where they're located at in Higginsville. These are pictures. They haven't got changed yet. These were the stock pictures on Wix website. This is their first post, your second post, your third post. They're going to put pictures up here of installations. And then here they have Dylan's contact name and business information again. Pie chart. Oh, here's the Facebook page. I don't know what's going on with it. I cannot bring up their Facebook page for some reason. I searched for it. I tried to get a hold of Dylan, told him that the page was down and or Facebook was down. He can't, he said he can log in and see it just fine, but I cannot find it. But we did put together the Facebook page also. All right, well, the end of my paper is cut off. Apparently I didn't save it anywhere. I thought I had saved it. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on there, but that is the majority of my presentation here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Everything went good. And thank you very much.